Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth. Teaching us truth and righteousness and sincerity to you Israelite foreigners. Come back home to the truth. To those that passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To you sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers who are out here teaching us truth. And never forget, always remember the lady, the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. I wanted to talk to y'all about, just some stuff that I've been noticing within the past 24 hours. So, I just went to get a coffee and Quick Check, and I saw a newspaper, and I think brothers put it up in the chat yesterday where a so-called black man in Queens, I guess, snapped and tortured an elderly couple. And then I've also been seeing on social media the so-called black man who stabbed a so-called white woman on a bus. And then I also saw this movie called The Blackening. I mean, if you believe everything that they put up on a screen about black and brown people, all black people fall into, and this is what you would believe if you believe that, not what I believe. I want to be very clear. Although the main people that watch these videos know what I and we stand for, I know that this video can be isolated. So I have to put out that disclaimer. All right, so if you believe what movies, what the news, what social media would have you believe about black and brown people, we're either a freaking loudmouth black woman that just walks around, hey, bitch, or the black man is always angry. The black man always wants to kill somebody. Black man always wants to rape somebody. Rape somebody, rather. This is what movies and TV and social media would have you believe if you believe this shit. Black man is a sodomite. Because you got a lot of them, man. That movie, The Blackening, had really two. The Trump dude was another one. All they want to do is portray us as all these things: sodomites, evil, silly. Every black man in the movie is silly. He's either silly, he's either violent. Very rarely is a black man or Latino man or black woman or Latino woman in a movie portrayed as a good person. Look at Power. Look at the way they want you to think we are. Every Latino man, some damn drug dealer or corrupt. See, look at this. When they give us roles that they respect, we always fuck that up. Angela Valdez. By the time she was off the show by way of unaliving, she was so damn corrupt. You can't respect that. But you have a lot of those white men that she was working with. They gave them roles where they're not that bad. Sachs, he's a little bit of a philanderer, but he gets the job done. I don't remember too many things that he did that was corrupt and letting people slide, unless they gave him something to work with. You know, Mock, John Mock, he was a little pompous, but for the most part, I don't remember him doing any corrupt shit. You know, but look at how they view. Look at shit. Something simple as, I always point this out, Ferris Bueller movie. I can't think of too many Black and Latino people in that movie, but the two main ones that stick out, pause, are the ones where he goes to this parking garage and the Latino guy, he's like, oh, do you speak English? Of course, you know, and he sounds well spoken, but then later on in the same movie, couple scenes later, that motherfucker with a black man takes their car and joyrides with it. This is what they think of you. This is what they're trying to put the world to think of you. Racism looks like this. Racism does not look like some white man enslaving, beating up a black person, telling them, no, you can't have a house. That's not what racism looks like. Racism looks like, hey, let's throw in a lot of subtle images. Let's over report. Because, you know, oddly enough, the black dude that stabbed the white woman on the bus, I was watching, the way I know about it was a black man who was speaking on it and saying, oh, this isn't on the news because he black. You know, because usually, according to him, it's a black man, by the way. The black man said, oh, when the victim is black and the perpetrator's white, they'll plaster him all over the news to spread, you know, race baiting. Which I'm not gonna lie and say that the news doesn't do that, right? But actually, when you look at the format, they want to show you black perpetrators and white victims. You know, I hate to say they show you that in the movie Nightcrawler, but they do, and you see it in real life. They want to show it. There's got to be a reason why that incident hasn't hit the news. I believe it's because she's a immigrant. She is white, but she's an immigrant from somewhere. So I don't think they want to. There's a lot of, you know, if the perpetrator would have been a white American, perhaps they would have plastered that nigga all over the news. Then you got the black man from Queens. He's front page news. But what about Trump? What about all the shit that they're doing? You know, deportations and all that. What about World War III that's brewing? Nothing about that in the news, or at least not front page. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.